So, Richard, regale us with what your pick is this week.
Mine is not weird. Let's just be honest. Right there.
What is it?
The Satanic Satanist by Portugal the Man.
Totally not a weird name.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, that is a weird album for you.
I don't think
I
so
wouldn't
because
say
that
so.
is my favorite band.
Well, I know it is, but like you're not like a huge listener of out there weirdo experimental music. So the fact that your favorite band is like an indie band is pretty out there
I guess.
like relatively speaking.
If you put it like that, fine. But also, in my defense, Spotify AI controls my life, so they push mainstream at me, and I just allow it. Okay.
Because you lack whimsy.
Lack whimsy. You must keep your life whimsical.
Damn.
Speaking of whimsical, real quick, I texted you guys the doc if you want to bring that up. It's just a list of the order we're going in and the tracks. So, because I need to look at the track lists as well. Or you can just go to Spotify, I guess. So, Richard, why did you pick the Satanic Satanist? And why do you like Portugal the Man? Portugal the Man?
Because all their songs are just great.
Really great.
Good vibes. I like also some of the stuff they're just singing about. Work all day? Man, basically, yes, that's our lives. We're just modern day slaves. Yeah, let's be real.
We do get paid, but yeah, basically.
Yeah, we get paid so we can barely survive in life.
Welcome to California.
It's not just California.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, it has my favorite song, The Home, on it.
The Home.
The Home is a sick song. I
That
love
is
it.
my favorite song all time.
One thing I really liked listening to this album is as you go through it, you have like each song leading into each other. They all transition perfectly into each other, which is
They do.
I'm not used to listening to that. It's kind of cool. It brings me back in the day. Where did you first hear this album and where were you when you first heard it?
First, I don't know where I was, but I know for a fact this guy, Ian, is the one who showed it to me. When we were in high school, and probably like, what, I would say 09,
Something
2010,
like that.
somewhere in there.
Around there's when I found them off of their first album, which is actually a lot weirder, for sure. And then got into what's the other one? Church Mouth is actually probably my favorite album from them. And then around the back end of high school is when they popped that album out.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Home's a great track as well.
It is great.
Yeah. I will make my home here. It's good. It's a good one. I think The Sun, the one before that, that's probably one of my favorites as well. Like, just, I don't know. I think for some reason, like, I've listened to this album before you guys introduced it to me, but every time I've gone through it, I think I just enjoy it more.
Yeah.
It's just a really good time, and
Oh, I just love all the different like transitions in the songs too. Come on. They're just good.
they're just good.
They're just good.
Yeah. Let's bring in David on this. David, what's your opinion on the Satanic Satanist being our worship leader at our church?
Yeah, it's a pretty great album, I have to say.
Ethan.
Okay, yeah, I was in the car with somebody and I was listening to Work All Day and I was on a playlist and it's, you know how the screen brings up like the album number? And I was with somebody and it said the Satanic Satanist. I had to explain it. I'm like, well, just so you know, because they were looking at it and I'm like,
It's such an interesting
It's just the name of the album.
And you sit there and you're just like, do they even say Satan once in the whole any song? Like,
No, this is not the Bridge City Centers.
Yeah. Sorry, David, to interrupt you. Continue.
But yeah, I feel like this is kind of like, as far as Portugal the Man goes, I feel like this era of theirs is kind of their sweet spot. It's very polished, very well done, but it still has kind of that roots rocky vibe that I feel like some of their later material is lost. So yeah, for me, this is actually kind of, I think, the best album I've heard from them that I enjoy, which is funny because I don't think I've ever listened to this album before.
What?
I was going through it and People Say, I think, was the only track I've heard before.
okay.
But then the one that was a standout to me actually was Lovers in Love.
Oh, yes.
It's got that kind of like disco vibe, but also it's a little psychedelic.
Yeah.
Their newest album has some interesting stuff on it too. I will say.
Yeah, have you guys heard? I saw it got released. Have you guys heard any of it?
I've only heard a few songs, but the one like that has the same name as the album, that one's very interesting, I will say. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Ian, what's one of your favorite tracks? You said The Home, but is there any other standouts for you?
So The Home is fantastic. The other song that I rediscovered from this was The Woods. I hadn't heard that song in a long time, and it didn't make its way on any of my playlists. So that one was a big one. People Say is fantastic.
Like, oh yeah, People Say is great.
The whole thing, and then Do You? That's one that I remember from back in the day. I love that song. The whole album's good.
Seriously, the whole album's good. Like, well, you know, some bands, like, I will say I am a Portugal the Man fan, like hardcore, but some of their albums, it is like, oh, I will say it's a good album, but there are a few songs I'm like, it's a little mid, or like, Can't Feel It Still, their huge one that came out, I actually think, like, is kind of trash.
Really?
No, hold on. The song's not trash.
No. But listen to the acoustic version. That one's great.
See, that's the thing is I'm with you. I don't like the regular version, but like the live versions that I've heard, I really enjoy the live versions of it.
See, I don't know. I don't really listen to live music ever, but they have an acoustic version. And that one is so good. They even like slowed down the pace a little bit and stuff. And that one's great. But then the one that like broke out, it kind of just sounds like a normal pop rock song.
Yeah, that's the problem with it is like the thing about Portugal the Man that I think is their biggest strength is their music just has so much energy. Like it just really lifts you up. And for whatever reason on the main version of that song, they decided to like during the production that they're just going to suck all the life and energy out of the mix. And it just sounds like a normal pop song. But when you hear them actually play it live and like, because they're a fantastic live band, like fantastic, it has all the energy that the normal mix is lacking.
Yeah, I would, two things off of this. I would say that as we've reviewed albums in the past, usually a good album has a majority of great things with 1 or 2 to 3 stinkers. If you pay money for an album, or like back in the old days, and you pay $15-20 for it and you have 12 songs, if you only like 9 out of there, it's a pretty good deal. But if it's like 5 songs or 2 that you like out of there, that's a pretty yeah, it's not a great deal at all. The second thing would be, why do modern artists and mixers and everything take the life out of this? Because I'm thinking about the Home song in this, and they say, my people, and they build that up, and then it crescendos. It's such, like, you can hear them screaming it out, and it's awesome. But compared to the other things you hear, why do people, like maybe David, you know the answer to this event, like in the industry, like why do people just dumb things down and kind of quiet things a lot?
Well, I think what it has to do with it, I think it just major like labels have basically trained the consumer to want ultra processed, ultra polished, ultra perfect music.
Yeah.
And what that does is you can achieve it now, but what it does is it sucks everything out of the music that makes it human. And the things that are human about the music is what give it life, give it that energy. That's why AI generated music sounds like, even if the song is technically well written and perfectly done, like AI songs just lack any kind of life. And you can pretty much tell, like even if there's no audible artifacts, you can pretty much tell that it's an AI song because there's nothing human about it. Everything's just ultra processed, ultra clean, ultra perfect. And yeah, unfortunately, even great bands like Portugal the Man succumb to, forces like that. So, but this album, I think, is before that kind of crept into their sound. So they've still got plenty of life in their sound on this album. And yeah, there's no stinkers on here.
What's the one after this? Not American Ghetto. What was it? The American something. What's that album called?
It's American Ghetto, I'm pretty sure.
Is it American Ghetto?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I can't remember.
Satanic Satanists. Majestic Majesty was before that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
In the Mountain and the Cloud is what I'm thinking of. Sorry.
Oh.
So American is
Yes.
the song. Sorry.
Okay, yes.
I like
So
that
American's
album.
a great
That's
song.
a great album too. But I don't have as much knowledge of it as Satanic Satanists. What we were doing, I think we were playing D&D or something. You guys were playing this? Or no, we were just gathering around, hanging out, and then you guys played some of this album. I'm like, oh, this
Probably
is pretty
because
good.
if people allow me to put on music, this is what I put on.
That's probably where I heard
Like, usually my starting song is one song from this album. Yeah.
Usually it's Work All Day.
It just really depends on which one I want to hear in that moment. I'll make you all listen to it with me. I don't care.
Is this like the weirdest album you have?
Honestly, that's where I was like sitting here. Like,
yeah.
I do feel like I have some songs I like that I would deem weirder, but then truthfully, it's like that's probably the one song I've actually heard from that person or something, because a lot of times I just put on music when I'm driving, which is a lot nowadays, and then I kind of forget because I'm just so focused on driving that I can like a song and I can do things like that. So a lot of times if I hear a song that I think is great, I won't ever hear it again.
And this thing, I feel like this album specifically, though, is pretty underrated as far as their discography goes. Because, like I said, I've listened to quite a bit of Portugal the Man's stuff, and I've never actually heard this album other than just People Say.
Yeah, which People Say was their breakout. It did hit the top charts. But truthfully, it's like, how is this? Even then, it's like so many other songs and albums you hear more about from them.
People don't like to go back and listen to their older stuff.
Not wrong.
Because they're weird. Yeah.
Which brings up the amazing story of how I figured out that you were a Portugal the Man hipster.
Regale us with that tale, David. What do you mean?
So,
I know what you're talking about.
For context, Richard has been one to levy accusations against me of being a hipster on multiple occasions, simply because I have engaged in hipster adjacent hobbies, such as growing my beard and drinking craft beer.
The different ways you've learned to make coffee. No matter how long it took, I will make my coffee.
Hey, at least
anyway, so
Oregon,
I've had to deal with constant accusations of hipsterism thrown my way from this guy. And then, and then,
I know where this is going.
When Portugal the Man, his favorite band, finally breaks out into the mainstream, the initial reaction that I hear from him is complaining.
Because of the song, Can't Feel It Still. That was my reason to pick a better song to break out with people.
It's catchy as all get out.
I know, that's the problem. And I remember this conversation so well because I remember David the whole time, his face just wanted to be like, you f***ing hipster.
Yeah, they won an award for that song in 2017.
They shouldn't have.
And at the 60th
and it was in a vitamin water commercial.
And you know what? I heard it in like a movie trailer. I think it was like for Despicable Me or something.
It was also in a movie.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I know this song. Wait, what? And then like one thing led to another.
Yeah, it came out like crazy, that song did. Just out of nowhere.
That's crazy. So that's the story, and you're sticking to it.
Yep.
Oh, he's 100% correct. I was 100% a hipster in that moment.
You know what? It's really funny. The word hipster didn't even come up when we were figuring out to do this episode. Should we call it 4 hipster albums? I feel like.
I mean, I'm a proto hipster, so sure.
David is legitimately a hipster.
Nah.
Well,
I'm too underground for the hipsters.
Yeah.
That sounds like something
sounds
a
like
hipster
something
would say.
See, hipsters.
He's too hip for the hipsters.
No. See, hipsters operate in that sort of gray area between mainstream and underground. Which is why the whole thing about them not liking when their favorite artists break into the mainstream is such a thing, is because they operate in that zone. I'm way down in the underground.
Ooh, tell us how down.
Deep and dark in the underground.
Damn.
So you can be a proto hipster with me, like because you've been this way for a very long time. Proto hipster, we were just hipsters before being a hipster was even a thing.
We were hipsters before it was cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Took words out of my mouth. Damn.
Yeah, even like, because at some point, all three of you were my youth leader in the youth group at one point. So it's like to have that, to have that influence upon my life, spiritually be like, hey, listen to some indie music, like none of this crap.
Well, you were also hardcore sheltered.
I was really hardcore sheltered, but to be exposed to like the hipster before it was the hipster kind of stuff was kind of cool. It was enlightening. I remember David. We were hanging out one time. He was trying to teach me how to play the piano, like on a whim.
I don't remember that at all.
And it was at the shift, and you were like, "This is how you do it." I was like, we spent 45 minutes after youth group doing it.
What?
Yeah, you taught me, you tried to teach me, and I was like, I don't remember any of it. This is what the octaves are. These are you got to, how to tickle them ivories. This is how you do it. He didn't say that, but
I don't remember this at all.
It was a long ass.
You were
time.
probably
2013.
Dang.
2012.
You were probably sleep deprived.
As I often am.
Yeah. I was looking at the Wikipedia here for Portugal, the man, and it says here, the band's name is based on an idea of David Bowie's, quotes, larger-than-life fame. They wanted the band to have a bigger-than-life feel, but did not want to name it after one of their members. And quotes, it says, a country is a group of people, guitar player and vocalist John Gurley said. And he says here and continues on, with Portugal, it just ended up being the first country that came to mind. The band's name is Portugal, and and then they ended up adding the man later. It's kind of cool. Let's talk about hipster. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So Richard.
So Jake,
why would you recommend this album to people? Obviously, it's the best album in your opinion, or is it?
I will say it is their best album.
It's a good introductory album
because it's just all good songs. They do have other albums that I think have great songs that are better than some of the songs in it, but then also there are some songs that are a little more but this album is 100% just good. I don't know, I like it because it's just a nice chill vibe when you're relaxing, you want to hang out, you can talk. It also
can be exciting too.
Well, you can, but it's great music. If we're just sitting around talking and that's background music, it's just great, solid background music you can kind of listen to. You can have your conversation when you're driving. It's just nice. There are some more upbeat parts, but overall, it's just a nice, chill, hey, let's have a nice day, music.
Nice. It's not like a vibe like this gentleman we're going to next's album.
If you're talking about David's,
yes,
the vibe is garbage.
So wait, before we get into it, what are our final thoughts on what's it called? The Satanic Satanists, gentlemen.
Solid.
Listen to it twice.
I would agree. Listen to it twice. And let's
Make
go
it
from there.
5 times.